Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. Today, we're doing the DEMKO 20.5. Listen, before we get too far into this thing now, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. Don't fight this fight alone. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Now remember, October's our write-in month. We want to write our senators or congressmen and put this 22 a day in front of them. We want to stay in front of that, and I appreciate every one of you who are doing that. Well, today we're reviewing a knife sent to me by Lefty from Kevin at Lefty's EDC. And it's really, guys, it's the reason that I really love this whole community. Dude hit me up. He said, man, I'm going to send you a couple things to test. I've never met the guy. I mean, it's just straight on trust. He sent me that Pearson Hawk, which was kick-ass, and this DEMKO 20.5. Now, here's the deal with the DEMKO 20.5. It's made in Taiwan. This isn't one of their customs. This is one of their standards. It's made at the Cold Steel factory in Taiwan. I'm sorry, the Cold Steel manufacturer. The manufacturer Cold Steel makes in Taiwan. It's their OEM. If you know anything about DEMKO, you know that he has a strong history with Cold Steel, and you know that I'm a huge Cold Steel fan for a lot of reasons. Mostly piss people off, but I like Cold Steel. I love Andrew DEMKO's designs. I love his take on locks. Now, up in that upper left-hand corner, I wanted to show you, and you'll see throughout this video, me opening and closing this knife. It's a one-handed opener and closer. Now, if you haven't guessed, Kevin is left-handed. I know that'll come as a shock, especially with his channel being named Lefty's EDC. Now, he's put some custom scales. These are the TerraTough scales he's put on. And I'm going to tell you, they're super comfortable. Almost have like a little denim micarta type feel to them, that kind of thing. I love them. It's very comfortable. Now, got a pocket clip, dual thumb studs. It does have the shark lock. I am a big fan of the shark lock. And there's Megatron coming in for the save. About cut her finger off there. Praise the Lord. Now, the steel, the blade steel is AUS 10A. I do ask Megan to test a lot of these knives here. We're cutting up some chicken for some chicken and dumplings. And when I say we, I mean her, because obviously, you know. And there's Lola coming into the scene. She likes to help as much as she can, make sure, you know, that everything's done correctly. Now, for me, I love the look and the feel of this knife. Megan was very impressed with it as well. And you can see she's actually there. She was using the shark lock, the jimping on the shark lock, as a position holder for her pointer finger. Get a little more pressure there. It does have some aggressive jimping on the blade. It's got some nice jimping on the shark lock. There she's using it again. And you can just see the knife blows straight through it. I am a fan of AUS 10A, okay? Cold Steel does it very well. Their manufacturer does it very well. And you can see it's got a good looking edge there. Now here, Flipability. And one thing I do add, I've tried to add in a lot of my videos, is opening and closing one hand. Is it doable? Is it comfortable? Is it convenient? And let me say right here, guys, for most of you that's been with me, you know the spiel that's coming, but I do want to say it. I try to set my videos up so that you can turn off the narration, turn off the noise, and just watch the knife work. That's my whole goal. Now, right here, here's some fat wood we had got in from our kayaking trip, which was a mad success. And Meg, thank you so much, honey, for doing that with me. I enjoyed it. Now, we got in, and I wanted to replace some of the fat wood we used. And so I got this, cut it up, and I wanted to use this, the DEMKO. Honestly, super comfortable in hand. To me, this is more of a traditional size and style of a pocket knife. It's not huge. It's, I'd say, a medium size. Now, the blade length on it, let me check it out. Y'all can hear my tape measure there. Everything we do here is factual. Now, the blade length I got is 3 1/8 with about a 3-inch cutting surface. The handles are 4 1/2, which is really comfortable. It's a little bit small in hand, but it's very comfortable. The jimping on the back, the finger choil, all of that make for a very comfortable carry and a comfortable use. There were no hot spots anywhere on the knife. Held up very well. Tucker's agreeing, and thank you, Tucker, for doing that. Now, what I did do is I carried this knife for a solid week and a half, and I tried to use it on several different things. A lot of the stuff you're going to see, we do our normal. We cut a lot of different mediums. Okay, I wanted to show you a lot of different things. We're going to do the Donnie B all day stat or throw it to stump test and drop test. We're doing this for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to test. We always test the tip, test the edge. Okay. Two, the balance of the knife. But three, I wanted to test the lock. Andrew DEMKO Knives, is known for his locks. He has the triad lock, which is Chuck Norris on steroid of locks. He has this shark lock. I think he's got a couple more. The triad lock is one of my favorites, but I tell you guys, I love the shark lock. I love the fidgetability of it. I'm a fidget guy. I'm flipping it now. It's just comfortable in hand, man. It's easy to work. There, I bounced it like an idiot, but hey, it'll work. Now, one thing I want to say is this. There's several people in this community that we're going to shout out throughout the video. Now, right here, every moment in every video, here's another thing that you can count on is a scab moment, where for some reason I just kind of forget what the hell I'm doing or have no rhyme or reason to it. And this is one of those moments. Now, the blade came to me incredibly sharp. I'd say probably an 8 or 9. And we cut a lot of stuff. Now, that's the way it came to me. Over the course of the week, I've used it a good bit at work. I've used it at the house. I've used it all the way around. When I'm done with it, I'm going to send it to DJ Horn to show it some love, shape it up so I can get it back to Lefty. And again, Lefty, brother, thank you so much. Kevin, if you're not subbed to Lefty's EDC, you really need to. Kevin has an interesting take on knives, and he's a good dude. Damn good looking guy as well. Not as good as Ron T. Sawyer, but he's a damn good looking dude. I don't even know what the hell I said there. So, Kevin, thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. The knife come in at about an 8 to 10. Right here, we're probably still about a 7 or 8. The edge retention is held up very well. I think it carried well. You really don't feel it in your pocket. And that's one thing I'm going to say about Cold Steel. They make some huge knives. Now, DEMKO, and the reason I'm mentioning Cold Steel in the same breath is DEMKO's done a ton of designs. My favorite Cold Steel, the Russia, is a DEMKO design. So whether DEMKO designs a huge knife or a medium knife, they carry very well in the pocket. You barely know it's there. It rides good. It seats good. I love the pocket clip on this one. Now, I don't know if this was a custom clip. Kevin answered that in the comments, buddy. But this pocket clip, it wasn't too tight. It's perfect. It slides in and out. Obviously, I wear a lot of BDU shorts. I don't know why that'd be. Well, it's obvious because I wear them in every damn video. That's why it's obvious. But the clip fit well. It didn't catch. It didn't rub. It didn't do anything. So, I love this knife. Now, I come across Lefty's channel by way of Big Red EDC. He's one of them, I don't know where the hell he's at, but I consider him one of the West Coast guys, or the guys that I met through Big Red. There's Casey at Knives Fast. There's Zach with Zach's Stuff. There's so many guys, Scott, Big Bore Williams. I mean, we can keep going on. And a lot of these guys are incredibly knowledgeable. I love JB at Big Red EDC. I love Kev. I seen a live the other night with Kev and Neves Knives, and I love Jared. Jared does a fantastic job. That's why I like this community so much, man. You can get all kinds of information and all kinds of different takes on knives. And that's what it takes to make this knife world go round. My shout out for this video, and I know we've shouted a lot of people out, but that's what we do over here. I mean, seriously. We had D-Bad on Blade Talk today. Joe needs to get to 1,000. If we get Joe to 1,000 now, we're taking Blade Talk on the road. We're going to make it its own YouTube channel. Let's get Joe, Steel Forge and Fire, Sword and Knife to 1,000. D-Bad's going to 10,000. Let's get him there. But Tina, living for Big E. Tina is like a sister to me. Y'all know the story with E. is one of my best friends, if not my best friend on this planet. He passed last year. Tina's come into this community. She supported everybody. Her channel name is Tina Living for Big E. I would consider it a personal favor if you'd subscribe to her. She's going to put out all kind of content. She does fire. She does all that. And guys, again, it would be a personal favor to me. Tina Living for Big E. And sweetheart, I love you just like a sister. And thank you for all the support you give me and my channel. Now, back to this knife. Right there, you've seen it blow through the tire. Now, I didn't do a ton of stabbing on this tire with the knife. Here's the deal, guys. I say this often too. My goal is to show you the knife. My goal is not to break the knife. I got a phone call last night. I mentioned this today on Blade Talk from Bill Harsey. And I was talking to Mr. Bill, who is as humble as he is kind. And he says, "Scott, I just want to thank you for your approach to." Now, I was blown away. I'm dead serious. None of this is bullshit. I'm dead serious. But Mr. Harsey and I talked for a while, and I said, "You know, Bill, I'm trying to abuse the knife." And he goes, "Listen, I grew up in logging. We broke everything. It's easy to break things, and it doesn't prove anything. Keep doing what you're doing." So here's what I would like to say to all of those haters. Kiss my ass. I talked to Bill Harsey on the phone. Yes, that's a shameless plug. So my point, guys, is this. I don't want to do things to abuse the knife. I could have stuck this in a stump and snapped it. What good does that do? One, it's not my knife. Two, it's not indicative of what the knife can do. I think we do a good job of cutting different mediums, and that's what I want to show you guys. I want to show you this where you look at it. I think the price point on this one's like $150. I'd pay that all day for this knife. I really, truly would. I love All's 10A. I like DEMKO. I like the whole thing. And if I hadn't said it enough, Kevin, thank you, brother. Lefty, thank you, man. I enjoyed this knife. Now, we're coming. We got a couple minutes left. And what I want to do in this last portion here is just show you. Everybody knows all I drink's Propel. When I do this test here, somebody says, "Have you cut?" Yes, I wanted to cut every medium I could. But the main thing is this. The sliceability, the knife puncturing the plastic, and how it glides straight through. Realize we cut the Tower of Doom, and we cut a long way on the Tower of Doom. We've cut polypropylene rope, we've cut nylon rope, we've cut paracord, we've cut some of the wood you've seen cut is a pressurized 2x4. Some of it is that firewood from Home Depot that I swear is petrified. It's the hardest shit in the world. We've done all of that. And at the end of the test, this is the very last thing. You're seeing the last thing we're doing. The edge retention is great, coupled with a week and a half of everyday carry, everyday use. The edge is held up well. In my opinion, this is a phenomenal knife, and that's the last thing I'll say. All of my reviews are my opinion. They're my take on them. Knives are subjective, but I'm telling you, this is a knife that I love. I would absolutely carry it. Here's that polypropylene rope. Definitely going to have it sharpened up, and definitely going to have it babied a little bit before I send it back to Kev. But this is a knife I would absolutely carry every day. It's, to me, it's kind of a Sunday go to meeting knife, honestly. Zero Tolerance has a blade style like that. I believe this is a clip point, but Zero Tolerance, I think it's the 0308. I might be wrong there, and I'm sure people are rushing to correct me. But has a blade style like this. I just love this style. Like I said, the TerraTough handle scales, I like that light blue. Really sends it over the edge. Overall, a damn good knife. Well, guys, listen. We got about 30 minutes. I just want to take, or 30 seconds. I just want to tell y'all, I love you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the support. It means the absolute world to me. My boy Mikey, whom I love, and I mean that with all my heart, says, "Scab, everything's going to be all right." Mikey's true. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.